And with that thought in mind, I'd like to introduce our next speaker. It's Kim Fong Hom. Did I say that correctly? I'm so proud of me. Kim Fong Hom is a third and fifth generation Sacramentian, and as she was experimenting in life, her previous chapters consist of 2 bachelor degrees in finance and insurance, and work experience in the areas of accounting, finance, human resources, legal work, and mortgage banking. Wow. In January 2018, Kim left the business world to create Embody Your Joyful Essence. As an energy healer and soul-inspired teacher, she loves to guide others to resurface and embody their joyful essence. So please put your hands together and welcome to Sac Soul Talks, Kim Fong Hom.
I want to say thank you to RJ and JG for allowing me to be here, and a special thank you to Judy, because I wouldn't be here if it wasn't for you, and thank you for believing in me. Special thanks to my sister Leslie, which we've been on a lot of journeys on, and actually we're doing the same type of work, so I'm even excited about that. A little bit about me. I mean, King kind of gave, I feel like those are my old chapters, so I'm glad to, I'm very thankful for having the experiences of all the different jobs I've had, but I am very, very, very grateful to be where I am today, and this is, I feel like it's the beginning, but kind of in the middle of a journey also, you know, like refining myself and all that. I kind of feel like my spiritual journey may have started maybe around my early 20s. My mom was really excited because I finally asked her to read one of her weird books, you know. And it was the Ruth Montgomery book, The Search for the Truth. A Search for the Truth, or something similar to that. But anyway, so then all of a sudden there was like 20 books that she wanted me to read, because I finally am interested in her topics. But I don't remember much about it because that was a long time ago, but I feel like that was probably a good reflection of where it started. And then I feel like my parents really groomed me a lot for a lot of experiences that led up to where I am today, which I'm thankful for. And it's interesting. I'm going to go back to Judy and unfurling the angel wings, because I don't know if anyone heard me over here, but I was laughing because I had a sound therapy with healing with Judy one time, and I think it was on a Sunday. So I went to work the next day, and you know, the women in here have the plastic things on your shirt. They hang out for, I guess it's supposed to be for the hangers, and I had one hanging out, and my male coworker's like, I think your thing's showing, and I automatically went, oh, my wing, I gotta put my wing away, like that. I said it out loud, and he's looking at me like, what the heck are you talking about? So I love when she says to take your wings out, because that kind of reminds me of the time where I automatically just said, okay, you gotta take my wing out. Right now in my life, I love the term of creating memories. That's one of my passions right now, is to create memories. So one story I want to tell you a little bit about my son. When he was probably like 3 or 4 years old, we were rushing out of the house, and we were late for an appointment, and I go, hurry up, put your shoes on, and he comes out, and I look down, and I said, your shoes are on the wrong feet. And he looks down, looks at me, and he goes, but these are the only feet I have. I love telling that story still, so I had to squeeze it in here somewhere. So, as I was going through my journey in life, up to this last January, I finally left the courthouse, the federal courthouse. Started getting sick every other month and having to be in bed 3 or 4 days in a row, and just I was just like, this isn't working anymore. And I was looking back, even 2 years before, I was starting to do more healing work on myself, and the layers were finally starting to come off, and then starting to realize that when someone would ask me, you know, like, what brings you joy, what makes you happy, I'm like, I don't know. I don't know how to answer that question. And then the other question that someone asked me that really like sparked in me was, how much self-honoring are you doing? And I'm like, looking at her like, I can't even comprehend what that question means, self-honoring. You know, like she's like going to get massages, you know, spending time with yourself, getting manicures, taking care of yourself. And I'm like, it's not computing. I don't understand what that means. So my sister and I have been doing a lot of healing work with what's called the Body Code. It was created by Dr. Bradley Nelson. And what it is you are looking for imbalances. So imbalances in your body is cause physical ailments. And so it's also, I call it like deconditioning, because you're deconditioning all the layers from how we're conditioned with our parents and school and work and all of that. So it's taking off those layers. And so I can finally say that, I mean, I'm not perfect, but I'm just saying that it's so nice that I can finally feel like I'm creating memories and I'm stepping into myself and being happy again. And I can really say the word happy and can say that I have joy in my life again. And before that was just a foreign language. So I'm gonna just give you a little bit of what the Body Code entails. So it's a software system, but you muscle test. And does everybody know what muscle testing or applied kinesiology is here? Yeah, I get it. I see a yeses everywhere. Okay, so I usually do the muscle testing with the ring, and then I ask yes/no questions. If it's a yes answer to a question, then I can't open up the ring. If it's a no answer, then it opens up really easily. For the Body Code system, it's broken down into 6 different areas that he believes that everything falls into. And it's the energies, circuitry, toxicity, pathogens, structural, and nutrition. And then the nutrition area, I have a background with essential oils, so I have implemented the essential oils and then the nutritional part also. Sorry. So the reason why I created Embody Your Joyful Essence is because I feel like I was on that journey myself where I was trying to find my joy and happiness again. So my whys for helping people and finding themselves again. And it's interesting when I want to call it being on the other side of it, how you can walk like even in a shopping mall or in public and you start seeing people that are either present or the ones that are just kind of getting by in life and they look like zombies, you know, kind of just, you know, not fully there and they're not present in their lives. But it's interesting to finally see, like, I'm not saying that, you know, like, but over here, it's like, oh, wow, I used to be like that. And now I can finally say, yay. So some ways that I'm doing this is to be in service and being able to see lives being transformed. And creating memories with families and friends, I already mentioned that. And being able to pay it forward to people that help me along the way. So that's really important to me. So what I want to do, is I would like to show you an example of of what the body, I'm going to show you the motion code because the body code, I don't have the computer system and all that stuff. So the motion code is intertwined in with the body code, and it's releasing trapped emotions. So for something, sorry. I wanted to say that I feel like I call myself a healer, but I feel like I like the description that someone said that healing is, it's not like you're fixing something, that it's just peeling back the layers that you're taking off. And then it's interesting because I call myself a healer, but I've been recently called a rainbow wake-up fairy. I was like, yeah. So I love that because when someone said, "You're like a wake-up fairy," and I said, "Okay, I've never been called that before, but I'll take it." You know, I think it's fun. On the business card. Oh, I wanted to say also that this work is also. I like about it is because if I'm working on Dell, it's not just because she stepped forward that I'm working on her, it's helping everyone, like your future generations and all, I say ancestors or generations on back, but I usually ask for whoever wants to step forward to be healed, that they can be healed also. Let's see, what else? I lost my train of thought, sorry. So for the motion code, does anybody have any physical ailments going on right now? What's with there's a couple of people going like, would you like to volunteer?
Sure.
Okay. So I'm not going to muscle test you directly because it's probably quicker if I just do it. So do you mind sharing with everybody what's going on?
If you guys could walk up to the state center stage.
Oh, okay. Oh, yeah, because of the camera. Sorry. Hi. I'm Kim.
Hi, Jennifer. I've got like back kind of spasmy pain.
Okay.
Middle of my
She
back,
needs a
and
mic,
also right
they're going
here.
to pick her up.
Okay. Okay. And then, so you're Jennifer. So from 0 to 10, what do you feel like the pain is if 10 is the highest?
5 or 6.
5 or 6? Okay. Okay. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to ask for Jennifer. I'm going to, even though you're standing next to me, I'm going to muscle test myself. So this is how I would do, like if I were doing a session on the phone, or the person's, so I've had the opportunity to work on some people. I live here in California. Some people live in Florida, Chicago, Canada. I've got an opportunity to work on with different people in different locations. So since she's here, we'll just pretend like she's. So you said about a 6?
Yeah, it's probably less.
Okay. Do you want to? Oh yeah, you can hold it.
You want me to hold?
Yeah. So I'm sorry I don't have a bigger one of these, but I'm hoping that you can see. So I'm going to ask, is there a trapped emotion that is in Jennifer's back that we can release? So instead of going through 60 different trapped emotions that could possibly be, we're going to narrow it down. So this chart helps us. And I will ask if it's in column A or in column B. So the trapped emotion that we were going to release for Jennifer, is it in column A? And it's really strong, so I'm saying it's a yes. And then we'll ask if it's in an odd row, so it's in 1, 3, or 5. It's saying no, because it's like really weak. So it's going to be in row 2. It says it's in row 2. And so so now instead of 60 trapped emotion words, we've narrowed it down to 5. So is it anxiety, despair, disgust, nervousness, or worry? It's worry. So you have worry. Is it in your back? Yeah. So she has worry trapped in her back. So what we're going to do is I'm still like tapped into you. So I'm going to release the worry by swiping my governing meridian 3 times. And then I ask again, is the worry, the trapped emotion gone? And it says no. So I wonder what that's all about. Let me see. What's that? Underlining cause for the trapped emotion? Oh, yeah. So you guys get a good demonstration. I'm so used to doing the body code now, but I'm trying to keep it simple to the motion code. So is there another underlining, I'm going to ask, is there another underlining trapped emotion under this a worry? And I get a yes. So then we go back again and say, is it in column A? Yes. Is it in the odd row? No. Even row, row 2. Oh, it's in row 2 again. So is it anxiety, despair, disgust, nervousness? So under her worry, she has nervousness. So it's kind of like a layer now. And then I'm going to release that. And is the nervousness gone? Yes. And is the worry gone? Yes. So we just released that. Does your back, you can walk around a little bit and see if your back feels any different.
It does. I mean, there's still teeny echo or something.
Oh, okay.
But
That's still good. The other thing I forgot to ask was that we could pinpoint like when that trapped emotion went into her body. So we could have asked a specific question on what age on that, but I skipped that step because I am used to jumping. Thank you for your.
okay, yeah.
Can we thank Jennifer? So the other thing I want to try to do a demonstration about is, did anyone have any questions?
I was just going to give you feedback,
Okay.
because when you did that release the first time, I felt it too.
Oh, you did?
Yeah,
Oh,
great.
thank you, Belinda. Yeah, that's what happens too. It's like people, you can probably have it too, and then you can feel the release from somebody else in a different room. I would like to do a demonstration on an inherited. So the inherited stuff is really fun. I thought it was really interesting. I went to a retreat, and I thought, oh, this is so great. This lady is actually specializing in PTSD, but it's for people that are grand generations of people from the Holocaust. So I thought that was really cool that she's focusing on people. They're labeling it as PTSD now for the current generations, but they're heirs of people from the Holocaust. So I thought that was really cool specialty that she has. So I would like to try to demonstrate a inherited emotion, and I already had tuned in and muscle tested a few people. I hope you don't mind. So I was going to call up Amanda. Yeah. Amanda. I don't know why your name doesn't stick. Sorry. So I already had asked her permission to do. So if you can hold that.
Can you hold that too? Is that going to work? The microphone will work on it.
Yeah, unless you want me to lean in. So do you have any specific physical ailments going on right now?
Yeah, I have a pain behind my left shoulder blade.
Oh, okay. Your left shoulder blade.
Yeah. Pain in my left shoulder blade.
Okay. Okay, so I just muscle tested and asked internally if it was a inherited emotion because I wanted someone specifically with an inherited emotion. So what we're going to ask, so it's okay for me to tap into your energy, right? So is this from Amanda's mom's side? Yes, it's from her mom's side of the family. And then is it going back, is it from her mom's side? No, it's from her dad's side. So we're at your grandfather so far. Is there more generations that we're going back? Yes. And then I usually start at 5 because it helps me kind of get a gauge of where we can start. So I'm going to go, is it more than 5 generations back? Yes. More than 10? Oh, yeah. More than 20, 30, 40, 50? More than 100? More than 200? Yeah, 300. And this is in your shoulder.
Wow.
Okay, 500. Okay, so we finally got a marker because it's not more than 500, so more than 300. Yes, so more than 400. No, more than 350. Yes, 360, 370, 380, 390, 395, 91, 92, 93, 94. 395 generations going back. So we have your mom, your grandfather, and then 395 more generations going back. That's something's trapped in her shoulder. No wonder she's feeling pain.
Yeah.
So what I'm going to say, can we release a trapped emotion from your left shoulder? Yes. So is it in column A? I'm getting a no. Column B, yes. Odd row, yes. Row 1, row 3, row 5. So is it conflict? Oh, it's conflict. So yeah, so conflict. So for an inherited emotion, you swiped your governing meridian 10 times, so to release that. So 1, 2. Oh, and you can use your fingers or you can use a magnet. So, but your fingers still have electric magnets in it. So that's why I'm using my hand instead of a magnet today. So 3, 5, 6. And do we release the conflict from your left shoulder? Yes. And then, yeah. So that's how fast it is. So
Wow.
how many generations? Yeah, it did. But I asked that if we released it, and it said yes.
Yeah,
And you can feel a difference?
it's at like 10% of what it was.
Oh,
before.
wow.
Wow. That's kind of cool.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you.
That's a lot of generations of stuff to
To
be
release,
holding.
yeah. So you'll be walking like this now.
Wow, thank you.
You're welcome. So, I mean, that's pretty much, I mean, that is, just because of time today, but that is just like a tiny, tiny bit of what the emotion code and the body code work can do for people. And you have a question?
I do.
I'll come over here with the microphone.
So I'm just curious if you can describe what's going on internally for you when you're swiping like that. What is happening? It's a magnetic kind of
Yeah, it's the magnetic releasing
And I know
of
this
the
is the governing meridian that goes all the way down, but
right. But
why does this work? What is going on here? How do you do it?
well, you're going from the pineal gland down to the root, the bottom of your neck, because it's kind of hard to go like swipe it all the way down for yourself. So it's the quick way to do it, to release it. But for regular trapped emotions, it's the 3 swipes, and then for the inherited emotions, it's 10.
But what is actually happening when you're swiping?
You're releasing the emotion? Is that what you're asking?
I guess I'm asking, how come that works?
Oh, do you know how to explain that? Barbara? I'm sorry, I don't mean to put you on the spot. I found out Barbara is motion code certified also, and then Leslie is also.
We both do the same thing, which is really fun. Tell us what you. My understanding is that when you have these emotions that are stuck in your body somewhere, your meridian systems go everywhere. They go all the way through your body. So that trapped emotion, if it is, will come up through the meridians into the governing meridian, which connects to everything, and it goes over the top of your head. So they rise up, and they're there ready to be released. So with the release and intention and the magnet or fingers, whatever, you're letting it go. That's my understanding.
Yeah, I think that's a perfect way to explain it.
I appreciate you being on the spot up there and trying to think.
Yeah, good question. Yes, Cheryl.
When you were doing that with the lady who had the generational trapped emotion, I just did that motion myself, and it felt really good. Is that just kind of a good practice to do anyway?
Yeah, It wouldn't hurt. Like every morning when I wake up, not every morning, but most mornings I wake up, I check in with all my chakras, and so I just muscle test. Dr. Brad says that muscle testing is kind of training wheels for your intuition. And I can tell that my intuition is getting stronger, but I still rely on, because it's just a habit. I don't even know I'm doing it sometimes. Grocery store, I grab a can of something and put it under my arm and muscle test to see if I want that brand or not. And I know a couple of people have looked over like, what the heck is he doing? But I have such a habit of, like supplement, it's like there's 5 different ones, and I'll take one off the shelf and put it under my arm and then muscle test to see if it's, like my body wants that or not. So. Yeah, and then I check in with my organs to see if they're happy or balanced also. Kind of just like my new habit I just picked up. Any other questions?
Just feedback. When I did that just a feedback, when I did that motion that you just taught us, my the chakras on the soles of my feet, I'm more grounded.
Oh.
Yeah. It just, and I feel like my heart and my solar plexus just opened up. So thank you. That's
You're welcome.
Really powerful.
Do you have some concluding comments, or do you have a little bit more you'd like to finish up with? Or?
Yeah, the only other thing is, so I really want people to start embracing. We need everybody to be in their beingness now, which is really needed in the world. So if I can help in any way, I know there's a lot of healers and artists in here, just reach out to somebody and start your journey if you're not there already. But there's always room for healing, and we always talk to each other almost every day. Have you asked yourself this? Have you asked yourself that? What's fun for me is that for a lot of the webinars I see on, advertisements or like an article I saw this morning, it's nice to be able to not say, oh, I need to do that training. Now I can say, okay, what is it they're teaching? And is there something that I need to correct in myself, an imbalance that's stopping me from, either pursuing this or that, and being able to clear that for myself. And I want to do that for others also. So I guess the question that I want everyone to ask themselves is, or questions is like, to ask yourself is, how do I want to contribute? And just to kind of ask yourself, but put this out there saying, this is my movie, and what role do I want to play? So I'd leave you with that.